good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on their in-state rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. These guys not doing too hot. Losers of 7 of their last 9. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. The quick feet by Jackson. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Watts. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Stroud looking to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Glad to meet him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Yeah, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. 2 carries for him now in the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
At the 26-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and
the numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 63 yards. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring out second.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing now is Stroud. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Watts. Now he's loose at the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
60 yards. First down, Houston.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Watts. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jahad Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal. Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fighting through it, he's got space. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. With it is Jackson. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a decent game there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 50 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
How the fuck do you make that? Get the fuck out of here.
Immediately there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now a handoff running through the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
That's another Cowboys.
He'll look to throw. That's
Get
going to
that
be caught at the
fucking
10-yard
ball.
line.
Fucking. Make the man
And
jump.
now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. He'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this 1st half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
And the Texans 1st down.
As Stroud now to throw. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, the first target. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks much.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Cowboys offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
47-yard line. A gain of 4.
It's 2nd and 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the third.
14. Texans 13. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Stroud.
How in the fuck could this man be by himself like that? What the fuck is going to happen?
Touchdown, Houston.
Hold on, man. This is some bullshit here, bro. Oh, he ran.
A big play there. 64 yards. And the Texans have retaken a third quarter lead. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on
Block
first
for me,
down.
motherfucker.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Hey, smash Russell! Hot, 7, chop alert, chop alert! Ready?
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do. It gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football if they take one of those away.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Up the middle they go. Wallace. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
Yo, how could this man be getting by his fucking self like this, man? They cheating. This is crazy. It is fucking cheating.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They are fucking cheating.
Back to throw. Stroud. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. A first throw for the backup Jackson.
Oh, how could this man be getting by himself?
Receiver complete. And he'll take this one.
Man, y'all can suck my dick, man.
In for a Texans touchdown.
The kicker on for the point.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
14.
I don't believe this shit, man.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This shit.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
I really can't
This will
believe this shit.
probably
I
be
can't
the
believe
last play of the
nobody
quarter.
fucking this thing cannot stop me.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Check smash, check smash.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Yeah, shit. No fucking blocking. No fucking blocking, yo. No blocking. No fucking blocking. He's in a fucking...
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
Get the fuck out. Yo. He fucking
And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Jackson to throw. On the left side, a catch by White.
He almost got it.
Going to depend on the spot,
The nigga almost got the
generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so
short. Can you believe that shit?
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Keep throwing it with a man got to leave his fucking foot. What the fuck?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's another.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Go, Reed. Go. Head in.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down.
That was me? Motherfucker was putting his favor.
The ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Cowboys 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be
Come
incomplete.
on, man.
Too tough to hold on to
Does
that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
19.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bayshore Tootin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wallace.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
They'll run on
Motherfucker. Are you sick?
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston set to take over. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go to this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Cowboys down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
At the 46-yard line.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Hey, check that streak. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
1st and 10.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, and a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Here's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
He's back to throw.
Get the fuck out of the ball,
incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw.
Oh, you can't throw the fucking ball.
He's taken down. A huge play at this point in the game.
So good in this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Oh, my God. I think fucking that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.